Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Carter Pewterschmidt. Before I get to Carter's video, please go to the description box, click on the Rumble link, watch over there as I'm still monetized, and it'll help out with the channel. So Carter has sent me a video clip to review from Twitter. Cenk Uygur made a huge admission about the demographic committing the most crime, the X report card. And this is actually Devon, who I've done a bunch of videos for Teresa for. So let's just get into it.
Okay, I have a tasty morsel to deliver to you today. We go to Don Lemon, who was talking about, he was just raging against white men.
As he always is. As he always is. Doesn't matter that, he's married to one. That's okay. Again, radical in the streets, colonized in the sheets. Every single time. And I've said this numerous times. Anytime you see any of these media personalities, these non-white media personalities complaining about white men, 100% of the time, well, 99.9% of the time, they're married to white people. Like you could just take it to the bank every time.
It was so pathetic. Oh my God. First of all, Don Lemon is fucked by a white man. So his husband is a white man. Don Lemon is a mulatto himself and has whiteness in his own blood, which is,
And we're not even going to get into that because, like I said, I feel the worst for the mixed race kids because they are so shredded internally and torn apart internally. Like, this is what you get.
Needs a therapist, but it's ridiculous on many fronts that a black man would criticize a white man for violence, gun violence even. Like, both cases are crazy with the lie of omission and hypocrisy of, wait a minute, if that's your condemnation for white men, where is it for black men? Because it should be 100 times over for them. But
notice who's commenting in the bottom here, the bottom corner. Notice who keeps commenting on this shit. Women.
They're not even being discussed. And we're sitting here
Karen
under
White.
the ridiculous mulatto gaslighting that there's a problem with white men. Anyway, the Young Turks, of all people, decide to cover this and condemn Don Lemon for being, quote, racist.
Oh my, look. All right, so this is Young Turk. That's right, because he's talking about Cenk Uygur. I'm distracted by the bottom corner here. Okay, notice, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is why I'm telling you about the 19th Amendment and women, and this is who drives this shit, is liberal white women.
And lumping all people together. And for them, of all people, to criticize him for doing the exact same thing they have done for centuries is actually kind of wild and, delicious. So let's watch.
White men, something is broken. Something is cracked deep inside when so many of you believe the answer to fear, to loss, to change is violence.
We're violent. And I'm technically white. Like I said, I'm Armenian. Nobody really knows what the hell we are. I am so tired of these lectures. I'm so tired of being lectured by degeneracy.
Are you listening to me? I hope I'm saying it loud enough for the people in the back.
I don't like this. I don't like generalizing.
And another Armenian, I can't stand her. Like, I don't buy her, like, shift to the right. You're an Armenian and you work on a show called The Young Turks. We know what the Young Turks were, what they did to the Armenians. They were the ones running the genocide in 1915. So
statements about any group of people, but nonetheless, yes.
How does that fit in with your statement towards the Jews that you call yourself the chosen people, but you act like demons? Does not compute, Anna.
Yesterday's episode of the Don Lemon Show was titled, "White Men, Are You Okay?" Now, Lemon was specifically responding to the horrific Mormon church shooting over the weekend. And it was a horrific shooting. The perpetrator also lit the church on fire. 2 of the individuals who died as a result of the fire. 2 others died because of gunshot wounds. But this was also an individual who had multiple deployments to the Middle East. He was a Marine, and we all know that there is a huge problem with our veterans not getting the treatment and the mental health care they need. So maybe the problem's actually a little more deep than someone's skin color. But nonetheless, over the course of this hour-long segment—
Well, that's all they see. That's all they can see is race. I mean, how many Mormons how many black Mormons are there? Not many. It's not known for being a minority-based religion. It's kind of white. So you're dealing with mostly white-on-white crime on this incident. And it's not even, I think now it's pretty much been established the guy was either schizophrenic or had some kind of mental incapacity at this point from PTSD from the Marines.
he repeatedly blamed white men as a whole, kind of generalizing, for the epidemic of mass shootings in America. Here's more.
White men, are you okay? Are you okay? Because until you are, this.
You know, and here's the thing. Nobody pays attention to Don Lemon unless they're calling him out. That's the only way he gets any fucking play. That's the only way. He's done. Since he's off CNN, he's done. Nobody watches this shit except crazy liberal women. That's it.
This country won't be okay until there's some sort of reckoning with your rage, with your racism, with your radicalization.
With our rage. Like, you seem pretty angry, bro.
It is white male radicalization.
You know, it's crazy. Like, Don Lemon is the same guy who took shit because when he was at CNN, he did a whole segment on let's get real, black men are the problem. Black men do.
Yeah, he did. I remember that.
They're in the prison.
Yeah, that was years ago. And that did happen.
System more. He was very matter of fact about it. And he was trying to be, I don't know, objective or have integrity or care about the issue of actually discussing crime. He apparently has...
Well, it was before full-on Trump derangement syndrome as well. I mean, Trump has changed the landscape so much that you can't have any type of rational beliefs anymore if you're a Democrat or you come from the left. You just can't. Anything associated with Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form, any 6 to 10 degrees of separation, if it connects back to Trump, they have to hate it. They have to try to tear you down. They have to try to do what they do, taunt you. Taunt society.
Taken on more estrogen in his older years, and his message is completely radically different than what it was before. And it's absurd. Like, on its face, it's insane. And the fact that this was triggered by one white guy doing something, and we're just like, hey, per capita's out the window, all the stats.
You can't say per capita. You want to send them over the edge. Talk to them about the per capita crime rate. They can't grasp it. They won't grasp it. It sends them into a freaking rage.
People, like, I mean, how on earth is he thinking that black people are off the hook? If you want to talk about crime and the disproportionate nature of who's committing it. I mean, seriously, when you are one search away, like, you could, in 10 seconds, figure this out. Provided that you have access to ChatGPT, which, you know, you could be a boomer. But, I mean, think of how audacious it is for people to spout a lie, knowing he must know that we're 10 seconds away from finding out that he's lying.
Right. He knows he's lying. He doesn't believe this. This is societal taunting. This is taunting society with the lies. because he believes he has the platform to do it, which he barely does anymore because he's not relevant whatsoever. Nor are any of the people who watch him seriously are relevant. They've deemed themselves completely irrelevant.
But he says it anyway. And is it for his audience or is it for himself? He obviously enjoys trying to browbeat white people. And
Exactly.
Say, what is wrong
It's
with
taunting.
you? Okay?
It's one of the main tools of the left, of the communists, of the Marxists, is taunting you with their degeneracy, taunting you with their lies. You have to take it for what it is.
You broken?
The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African American family.
He's got a point. In fact, he's got more than a point. Bill?
So what, did he just forget that? No, of course not. Trump winning changed the game. They can't admit that anymore. That's all it is. This is just all politics.
Raised without much structure, young black men often reject education and gravitate towards the street culture, drugs, hustling, gangs. Nobody forces them to do that. Again, it is a personal decision.
He is right about that too. But in my estimation, he doesn't go far enough.
And we need to fight it like the national emergency that it has become. Because the next shooter is already watching. The next shooter is already waiting. It's already soaking in the lies, the conspiracies, all the excuses. So wake up, white men.
Fucking hell. Again, projection. So the lies, Don Lemon is lying. Lying by omission, lying about the nature of white crime. It's a lie. It is a conspiracy. He just accused us of soaking up conspiracies. And the excuse is he's not even bothering to make an excuse for black people. He's not even mentioning them.
Because it's projection. They accuse you what they're guilty of. Basic narcissism.
They're somehow out of sight now.
He knows he's lying. He knows he's lying. If I'm sitting across from him right now, okay? Right now, if I'm sitting across from him from an interrogation table, and he's giving me I know right now, by looking at him, by looking what his eyes are doing, watching his mouth, he's lying, and he knows he's lying.
Out of mind, while we're discussing burrowing down to a certain demographic, racially speaking, in America, and condemning them for their violence, and black people are not mentioned, but it is coming from a black person to a white person. Like, it's theater of the absurd. It's like, Don, here's a point, here's a hello.
What the is wrong with you?
Absolutely nothing. Literally absolutely nothing. So there are individual white men who are, problematic, and I kick them out of the white race. So problem solved. But yes, if you want to talk, there are individual problematic people in every group. And now comes the dangerous question, who's doing it more? And here comes an even more advanced thought, per capita. Uh-oh. So you probably don't want to get on a moral crusade to shame a race if you want to talk about crime and you want to talk about who's doing it the most. Like, don't even start. You obviously don't want to talk about black crime, even though it's by far and away the most prevalent source of crime in our country and in every country where they exist. Just imagine a guy being this sad and this diabolically disingenuous. He's a lying piece of shit.
Don't you realize if you're a poor or average person that you have more in common, gonna blow your mind, with a person of color than you do with the billionaire class or the millionaire class?
What the fuck? You're the millionaire class, you
Exactly.
fuck. What does this have to do with anything? You're talking about crime and demographics, and all of a sudden you're like, some people have more money than you. So? Wait, how many billionaires are there? 10? Like, what are you talking about? Who cares? The millionaires? What does that have to do with anything? They have more money than you. So what? You're talking about people shooting people for a variety of reasons. You're talking about mental health. You're talking about greed and crime and gun violence. What does that have to do with class warfare and your pathetic little side quest of like, millionaires and billionaires are bad, let's all unite against them? The fuck? You're one of those people, Don. Idiot. Has nothing to do with anything, and it's totally off the topic of you apparently and pathetically trying to gaslight us like white Americans are the problem when it comes to violence.
Who are co-opting you into thinking that something is happening that's not?
Something that's happening that's not. Oh, like white violence is the scourge of our country?
They're grifting off of your ignorance
The only one grifting is him. I mean, and he knows it. It's taunting. Because it's the only play they have left is trying to taunt you into the point where you become violent. Because what Don Lemon really wants, he wants to see more violent white men. So then he can go and play victim and say, see, because that's where his power comes from.
I agree with that very last point. And this is a broad point that I think needs to be made over and over again.
Okay, so this is fucking dumb. So Anna goes on and picks up on the tangent point of class warfare, which is basically Marxism, of like, let's go after billionaires and millionaires. Why? What? These people are businessmen and entrepreneurs, and they've earned their money, and they give back, and they pay taxes, and donate to charities. What the fuck are you talking about? What kind of world view is this? You're like, no, they're the enemy. Let's go get them. They have the money. What? Shut up.
Ordinary working class Americans have.
To witness the rest of this video, sign up at censored.tv. Be sure to use the coupon code ROOM to get 20% off.
I think we got the full gist of that. And that doesn't really need to carry on. So, man, they will do anything trying to spark a reaction. And understand what it is. Don Lemon doesn't believe any of that. Obviously, was shown in the video. He clearly knows he's lying. He clearly knows what the problem is. He's married to a white guy. Making out with him on New Year's Eve, every New Year's Eve, drunk all over on CNN. Like, you got a problem with white men? Really? Really? No, this is just another example of taunting society in order to gain a reaction, because they believe once you lash back violently, then they own you. Now they can play victim. Now they're justified. Don't take the bait. I can't get over, again, the commenters popping up on Lemon's video. What do they all have in common? All women. All women. 19th Amendment. It's got to go. And I know there's plenty of women on my channel who agree with me. Because Don Lemon is created by liberal women. So, thank you, Carter, for another contribution in the video clip. I do appreciate it. Obviously, you're another, I should have figured you're a Cumia fan and Gavin fan. I should have put two and two together by your other video requests. So, thank you again for the contribution in the video. I do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you want to expose, you like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do to either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble. If you haven't watched over there, please do. Even a click helps. Follow me on X and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.